ABC 7 business commentator Richard Stern joins us now, and it's hard to believe, Richard, but we actually had a down day on Wall Street.
Scott, I agree with you. It is hard to believe. We've been spoiled for the last 5 days. The Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P have all closed at record highs. It seems like since the election, we've only had a couple of down days, and of course, we just keep on going. Today, we opened lower, went lower. The low of the day was minus 80. That was at mid-morning. We didn't finish with losses like that, but we did, yes, finish with losses. I've said for a long time, markets don't go one way forever, but this one went a longer time than I thought it might. Let's take a look at the figures, and there you see the Dow down 54 points, just over 1/4%, closing at 19,097.90. That on volume of 644 million shares. The NASDAQ, the biggest loser of the day, down just over 0.5%, 30 points at 5,368.81. That on volume of 1,404 million shares. And the S&P almost the same as the NASDAQ, also down by more than 0.5%, 11.5 points at 2,201.72. Well, shares of Time Incorporated jumped by more than 17.5% today after the company received and declined a takeover offer from a company owned by a man by the name of Edgar Bronfman Jr. You may be familiar with that name. His company owns Seagram's, and he is a multi-billionaire trying to buy Time, which of course is Time Magazine, People Magazine, Sports Illustrated, Southern Living. The line goes on and on. The offer was 30% higher than where the stock closed on Friday. That's a pretty big premium, and that's why the stock was up so far. And Scott, we'll have to see where it goes, but Time, of course, was spun off by Time Warner. And with this day and age, magazines becoming more digital, it's certainly something to follow.
Although those my age still like to get it in the mail and read it. I like that way. But you also have some news on McDonald's, Richard.
Yes, I just wanted to remind people that stocks go up on down days. McDonald's, one of the Dow stocks, was up by 0.96% today, almost 1%, even though the Dow was down by more than 50 points.
Okay, Richard, thanks so much for the update.
You're welcome.